So Manel Kape is out of his fight against Brandon Royval at UFC 317 for International Fight Week, but we've already got a replacement in Joshua Van, who will fight Royval instead. This is going to be Van's 9th UFC fight in the past 2 years. Obviously, he just knocked out Bruno Silva last weekend at UFC 316, but to know that we're getting him again in the same month for both pay-per-views is awesome. If Van were to win or even finish Brandon Royval, he definitely should be rewarded with a title shot against the winner of Pantoja and Kaikara France. Right now, Joshua Van is a minus 260 favorite and Royval's a plus 220 underdog, which is pretty crazy considering how long Royval's been at the top and the history of the opponents he's faced and his record. But there's just so much hype behind Van, and don't get me wrong, I can see why. He's crazy fast with slick combos and can definitely box big time. This is a crazy speed run through the UFC for Van. He's already 7-1 in the UFC with 4 wins in a row and 2 finishes, and it's his 6th fight in the past 350 days. That's a UFC fight on average every 58 days. I'm hyped as hell, and I love that Van is stepping in, and the UFC is allowing a huge step up in competition for him, and it's nice to see that Royval accepted as well, so you got to give him credit for that too. It's a risky fight for Royval to take, being that Van is ranked number 14 and he's on the come up. There's not a whole lot for Royval to get off of this, but I could see either of them getting a title shot after this fight for whoever wins it. Royval posted on Twitter saying that Joshua Van is the sickest prospect in the UFC right now in his opinion. And I kind of agree. Van is sick to watch and entertaining as hell, and I love that he's getting a huge shot with a bunch of eyes on him during International Fight Week. Royval also roasted Manel Kape because Kape posted saying 4 weeks for the fight, the chills, nausea, and panic are already starting to take effect on the body of the little puppy Brandon Royval. I won't be surprised if he runs away from this fight, which is pretty ironic considering now it's Kape that pulled out of the fight. He also posted and deleted this story on Instagram saying that 2 weeks and Gyno boy Manel Kape runs away from this fight. Maybe Manel Kape popped for PEDs again and didn't actually injure his foot. He did post a bunch of pictures of him on crutches and the doctor's scan, as you can see, and the moment he actually injured his foot while training, but you never really know. I'm sure his foot is hurt, but it's hilarious he pulls out of the fight like he just always does. This is a part of the Manel Kape cycle. He styles on a jobber, he gets undeserved hype, then schedules a number 1 contender fight, and then he either misses weight or pulls out. This is like the 4th time that he's done this, boys. It doesn't seem like he's ever really going to get that title shot or even get to that title shot. I'm sure he will, but it just doesn't seem likely right now. Even though him and Pantoja would be a sick fight, him and Joshua Van would be a sick fight too, but he just pulls out or misses weight so often, dude. This fight should be on the main card, though. We don't need fucking Jonata Deniz versus Tafa on the main card, man. We want Royval and Van on the main card. Come on, Dana, listen to the fans. Crazy that Joshua Van is already making this turnaround that quick. It's huge for him. He's going to gain a bunch of fans because he already gained a bunch of fans last weekend. So turning around this quick against a super hard fight with Brandon Royval, he's going to gain even more. Do you guys think he deserves to be a big favorite against Royval? I think the odds should be, a bit closer in my opinion, but I think it's going to be a chaotic as hell fight, and I can't wait for it. Let's go, Van. We're 1 subscriber away from my goal of 10 subs, boys. Thanks for watching. See you later.